the spin working on that truck, considering he was the fastest truck on the track and driving away from the field there. But they decided that it was more important to get that damage squared away so that he can go back at it like he started the race.
We heard the words from the driver and the truck owner. Take as much time as you need. I don't care about the track position. Just fix it right, Adam.
And the crew chief, Eric Phillips, told him under caution as well, Phil, if we get this fixed, you will win this race. And they agreed. We don't need to make multiple trips down pit road. Let's fix it all at once, go out, find our spot in line, and now I think we're getting ready to see the show.
And remember now, we're only showing 50 laps to go. That means these guys are in their window to make it the rest of the way.
Check this out.
Problem for one of the pit crew members.
Watch the rear of the truck right there. Oh.
You can see he was on that paint, the yellow paint, probably a little bit moist in the night air, a little bit slippery, and lost his balance.
Yeah, you see how much longer it took him to change the rear tire than the front tire. Just a couple seconds, but that was the difference right there.
So this is our third caution of the night, and this one was a fiery crash. The fire came before the crash for Brent Raymer. He is safely out of that race truck, and they continue to clean up. Welcome back to Charlotte Motor Speedway, the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 presented on Speed by Toyota. Continuing here on the East Coast, we have passed the midnight mark. We are into Saturday for this race. We have. The green flag flew just after 11 o'clock on NASCAR Day. It was Kyle Busch that was out front. James Buescher on his outside, and then a little bit of problems for the 12 of Mario Gosselin. He has damage to the left front. Lap 9, our first caution when Austin Dillon in the 3 gets into the wall.
See Mario Gosselin loses some debris there from that damage from that earlier flat tire.
Yeah, his left front tire had blown out right when that caution flew, so the lucky break for him, although it didn't look much like luck, it was.
Nelson Piquet Jr., the 15 truck, gets loose, takes Wes Burton, catches him in the left rear corner, turns him around.
Now watch this.
The lead as Kyle gets into the wall.
That's the guy leading the race comfortably, but that's how hard he's driving to lead this race. Does some serious damage at the time, we think, to the truck. But what's he do? He just rebounds and goes up and grabs the lead.
Elliott Sadler wasn't sure that he got his truck full of fuel, so he gives up the lead to come to pit road right here.
And then the fiery situation for Brent Raymer coming across the stripe. The truck bursts into flames. He gets into the wall and then jumps out of that truck very quickly. Todd Bodine out in front. He won the race off of pit road. We've had 4 different drivers out front. The lead has changed 6 times. Only 3 cautions for 16 laps and only 2 trucks out of the race.
Check out this big wave around we're fixing to have, guys. New to NASCAR race in 2010. When there's 1 to go, if you're positioned ahead of the leader, you're able to drive around the pace car and go all the way back to the back of the field. It cleans up the restart. What a smart move by NASCAR. You're going to have the leader, Todd Bodine, right at the front of the field, but yet these other guys are going to come all the way around and be a part of the tail of the field and still have a chance to get a great finish. What it did 2 things. It gives more guys, puts more guys in the race, but secondarily, people didn't understand why the leader wasn't leading the race. There was 8 or 10 trucks in front of the leader at times because of the restart procedures, but now it's cleaned up. The leaders are up front, the other guys are around and got their laps back.
You're exactly right. The 88, the 5, the 21, the 2, the 17, the 92, the 47, and the 07 all were wave arounds. So a lot of trucks taking advantage of that new rule.
Remember the old double file restarts where we'd have lead trucks on the outside, lap down trucks on the inside. You could be running 10th in this race and you essentially would restart 20th because you had 10 lap down trucks on the inside.
Here they all come. Look at, I mean, it's
like a gold rush.
Yeah, they're like, oh wow, we're gonna get around these guys and come all the way back to the tail of the field. That's a great thing for the sport, I believe. I think it makes it much more simple for the fans to understand why the leader's right behind the pace truck where he belongs and why these other guys were able to come around to the back.
So Todd Bodine looking to make it 11 wins on mile-and-a-half racetracks, but he's never won at Charlotte Motor Speedway. He'll bring the field to the green flag. Just on the inside, Hornaday Jr. starting second. Green flag back in the air.
Nor has a Toyota ever won at Charlotte Motor Speedway. Look at Jason White jump to the inside of Brad Keselowski to take over that third spot.
And Hornaday gets by the 30 of Todd Bodine and takes the lead down the backstretch. Hornaday also has won at this racetrack 2 times. There's Kyle Busch in the 18, trying to make up some positions that he lost on pit road.
He's going to make them up in a hurry too, Rick. He's stuck to the bottom of the racetrack, trying to get around the 51 of Eric Almirola.
NASCAR notifying the 50, and problems for Ryan Sieg in the 39. He ducks onto pit road, and he is not slowing down.
Back it down.
Sure,
Come on.
his brakes are shot.
Come on, buddy, slow down.
Yeah, he's trying to get her woed. More than likely, he probably had some sort of a rub after that incident. He hit the outside wall trying to avoid Brent Raymer.
And that damage blew out that right front tire, and he hit it again, this time more significantly. Looks like he's mad.
Take it easy.
That's great advice.
Take a look up into the wall. The 39 goes.
Yeah, the right front tire goes. You're just along for the ride. So caught a glimpse of Austin Dillon back on the racetrack after his left rear tire went down and put him in the outside wall on the backstretch early on.
Into the garage goes the 39. Ricky Carmichael, the benefactor, he will receive the Aaron's Lucky Dog and get a lap back.
He parlayed that last weekend to a top 5 finish. Got the Lucky Dog early in the race and finished 4th.
4th caution has come out from Charlotte Motor Speedway. Out in front now is Ron Hornaday. Todd Bodine got past and is now sitting in the 2nd position. Brad Keselowski, Jason White, and Taylor Malsum make it up your top 5 into Saturday morning racing in the Camping World Truck Series.
5 also.
Welcome back to the North Carolina Education Lottery 200 presented on Speed by Toyota. We've had a truck or 2 make it onto pit road. Adam?
Elliott Sadler, the headliner, Rick, at lap 26 when he came down, he took fuel only, but they didn't get the truck full of fuel, so he had to pit much earlier under green, coming at lap 67. That put them behind the 8 ball. They used the wave around under that last caution. This time they come down, get 4 tires, top off the fuel tank, a slight track bar adjustment to tighten him up. They are definitely good to go the distance. He doesn't have much track position. Perhaps those tires will make a difference. We'll have to wait and see.
Double A, you see that 5 truck, the X-Side truck of Mike Skinner right in front of Elliott Sadler. He's another one of the trucks that came down pit road on this caution flag. Those were the only 2 lead lap trucks to make their way to pit road on this caution flag.
And what they're doing right now, Phil, is working their way up to the lead lap trucks. They can go ahead of all the 1 lap down trucks and get their track position behind the lead lap trucks. So you're right, not great track position, but certainly now they're on level ground with the rest of the field. What'd the 5 do on pit road, Ray?
Came down on lap 91 to put fuel in it. Mike Skinner says, I don't know if I can stand on the gas if we're close on fuel. They put fuel in it, and Gene Need, as crew chief, says, you got all you need right now, baby. Put it to the floor.
And Kyle Busch is going to be close as well, I would think. He was with about 50 laps to go on pit road. So
yeah, I think they should be okay unless we get multiple green-white checkers. And every one of these caution laps will help the fuel mileage as well.
Todd Bodine, Ron Hornaday. Hornaday on the inside, Bodine on the outside. Green flag back in the air.
Keselowski's going to drive to the inside of Todd Bodine. That is a battle for 2nd.
Brad Keselowski trying to take 2nd away from Todd Bodine as they go down the backstretch. Bodine with the momentum takes the 2nd spot back. They fan out as they go into turn 3. 3 wide.
Caught that at the same time, didn't we?
In stereo. Hornaday leading the pack out of turn 4 through the quad oval. They have it set settle in behind them. 2 and 3 wide once again as they go through 1 and 2.
Kyle Busch jumps to the outside to move around the outside of Eric Almirola to take over the 4th spot.
And you can see Matt Crafton back in the back there about the 10th and 12th spot doing the same thing. Went all the way to that yellow wall to gain a spot on the outside.